it would be grossly unfair if I, as a landowner, farmland owner, even if I owned a piece of land out in the sticks in the Midlands, where there's tribal claims to land and historic claims to land, if I've bought it bona fide, I've bought it from a third party 20 years ago, 30 years ago, or 10 years ago, I paid for it, I've been using it in a bona fide manner, I haven't stepped on anybody's toes, for government now to come along and take it away because maybe 200 years ago it was taken away from the rural or the previous or indigenous landowners. I can't imagine for a second that our government or any government could condone something like that. You'd have to compensate the person, because if not, it would be grossly unjust and unfair, and that would be highly unconstitutional. So unless one can prove that any current landowner took land away without compensation, just grabbed somebody's land, in any event, it's highly impossible, because since 1947 we've had the Deeds Registries Act, and every single piece of property in South Africa has to appear on a title deed or on a plan or something, has to be accounted for in a deeds office. There's no piece of land in South Africa which isn't accounted for. So I think it's fair to say that we have to assume that in today's economy, that every single piece of land which is owned or was acquired legitimately. I think, and again, I can't say that as a fact, but I would think that all land has been acquired legitimately. So how the land was acquired, well, how far back are we going to go? How many generations back are we going to go? And that, I think, can open up a massive can of worms. And like I say, if we're going to not take people's land away without compensating them when they paid for it, I don't see how any constitutional court could ever really justify that. If somebody paid for it, and if he acquired it under the bona fide belief this is a legitimate piece of land, a piece of land which was acquired legitimately, sold to me legitimately, I paid my dues, I paid my transfer duty, because again, if I've bought a piece of land which is worth 20, 30 million rand, your transfer duty, you're looking at millions of rands. So I've paid government, I've paid my tax to buy this property. Now I'm being expropriated without compensation. How can that possibly be fair? And again, what Simon also remarked on much earlier on is what is just, what is equitable?